Hey man, WFO.
We are live with Kurt Busch. Kurt, after a great effort here at the Gatornationals, take us through your first round run against Erica Enders.
Man, it was just an effort to where we can hang our heads high and say, hey, we came, we saw, we raced, and we put together the best run that I've done all through testing and through the rounds we made here in Gainesville. It just came up short. That's why it's drag racing. It's so much fun. Everything is just thousandths of a second. Got beat a little bit on the line, and I got beat a little bit on the lapse time at the end, and it adds up to being 0.03 of a second. I mean, it's amazing how tight this game is.
But walking out of here with your head held high because you improved your performance, you had your best run when you were eliminated. You know, sometimes those are the breaks. It's a tough deal, but you did everything that you wanted to do on the learning curve standpoint. It
was great to evolve through. You could see it too. Round 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then to get into eliminations. And, you know, we're on the lower end of the bracket, so we didn't have lane choice. And the two cars in front of me in that left lane blew the tires right off it. So we actually had one of the best runs in that left lane to try to give ourselves the best effort we could. It was just a little short. I think every winner came out of the right side on that first round.
And you had an 0.49 reaction time. She was 0.21. But given the circumstances, you were on it. That was a very highly publicized first-round matchup.
It was.
And it was a great race. Take me down the track as you're sawing through the gears, and she's out there, and that nose of that car is out there. How are you feeling at that point?
It was I was very comfortable. It was a great burnout. I had to actually let go of the line lock early to get it through the tire patch where we needed to be. With pre-stage and stage, I was very comfortable. I moved in first. I felt like she was taking a long time, so I moved into stage. When she lit up her bulbs, I was on the throttle, and when that tree turned, I was going as quick as I could. And I saw her nose peek out. And then I'm over back on looking at my shift lights, and that's where I needed to stay. And I looked over at her again, because that's my natural instinct as a NASCAR guy, to look at the competition, to see where you got to be. And I needed to ignore that, and I did, and it was actually the best shift marks I've had all weekend. We just got beat by the line, and we got beat by a quicker car. It's just amazing how tight this game is.
You seem very positive, though. Obviously, it's kind of cool that you know you can lose and still walk out of here feeling really good about what you did and your achievement. And these fans in the grandstands, they were absolutely stoked at just your presence, and for you to give them a show. That's what this is. It's a show. I think everybody's happy.
It was just a grand experience all the way around. And to my guys that were all a group of volunteers, to Alan Johnson, the team that helped us a bunch, you know, they went out first round. It was just an amazing experience, and I hope I can make it back.
Now, I hear the pressure is being applied. We want you back here more, but we also know, you're right, 38 weekends a year. That's a tough work schedule for anybody. You have a really good opportunity at another championship this year as well. Your team is running real well. You've come out of the box strong. The new point system is very difficult and complicated. You don't want to have bad finishes, but everybody wants you here too. How is that going to work out in your mind? I know you got your primary job. Would you consider this your hobby? What is this? What is this sport to you?
This is a hobby, and this is still something that I get very competitive for. And right now, only time will tell with how the points work out for us on the Cup side. You know, July is an off week that I have, and there's a race in Denver, the Mile High Nationals. If I'm sitting in a good position in points, there might be an opportunity to ask Roger Penske if I could go and do this drag race. If we're sitting there on the bubble in points, there's no way. You can't take the time away from the Cup car to go mess around.
Absolutely. And what about this car? This car is a leased car from Allen. Were you talking about maybe if things are working out, grabbing hold of this thing permanently, or is this going to be a lease deal for you?
I still think it'd be a lease deal. Next year they're changing our schedule around to start a week later at the Daytona 500, which I think eliminates this off weekend.
Right.
So again, I'd be stuck in a box. So we'll see how things shake out. Right now we're taking the car back with us to Charlotte, and when the NHRA series comes around to Charlotte in a month, that'll be the break point on if we're going to give the car back or if we're going to keep it.
What do you think the reaction is going to be from your friends on the Cup side of things, just about this whole experience? I know a lot's been made, oh, you know, you lost to a girl, you're going to get your chops busted. But I really don't think so. I mean, it's going to be all in fun, but she's a great competitor. It's not like anything was lost there, but just the interest in drag racing over there. How is it? What have people asked you so far?
It's just been a question after question on how different it is and how you have to go about it. And they've respected what I've done over here, and they'll see with the broadcast on how difficult it is. It's a challenge, and there's success that you can find in little victories here or there, and that's what we did today. But eventually, at the bottom line is we didn't advance, And so no matter what competitor we went up against, I feel like I laid down the best run we could possibly do, and we went home. We actually beat 8 guys out of 16 in that first round with total reaction time and elapsed time, but I didn't beat the right one.
It's not what you run, it's who you run half the time.
Absolutely. That's what it turns into when it's elimination day.
Absolutely. Well, Kurt, hey, listen, I think it has been a great effort. And watching your experience last year, at least we got some racing in. We had great weather, and you got a lot of runs under your belt. I got to take my hat off to you. You came in here into shark-infested waters, and you really proved good for yourself. So excellent work, and congratulations on a great effort.
Thank you so much. Appreciate talking to you guys.
Kurt
again.
Busch, 2004 NASCAR champion, Penske driver, with us on WFO Radio.
Only on WFOradio.com.